What's going on, everyone? Welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be talking about something that comes close to my heart and something that actually I have experience in. Today we're going to be going over 5 tips that will help you become a better leader for your team. Right now we're facing some challenges and we're not alone in this. In many cases, you are the leader of your team at work. And what does that mean? That means all eyes are on you. So these 5 tips are things I've learned personally through my experience as a manager and through managing a team. And I want to bring that value to you guys. These are not your regular Google search, basic tips that you'll be seeing on websites. This is some real life. If you pay attention to these tips, I guarantee they're going to help you in some way or another. And so if you're interested in growing, let's hop into the tips. Tip number 1 is to show enthusiasm in the workplace. Be excited when you go into work and you meet up with your team and maybe you're planning about what you're going to get done in the day. I can tell you so many times I come in on a Monday and people still have the Monday blues. How do you get rid of the Monday blues? Well, it all begins with the leader, and in this case, I'm hoping it's you. The way I can think of helping you achieve this tip is that you have to become more optimistic and have a positive mindset when it comes to what you have to do with the day. If you know your team needs to get something done, whether it's a certain number of phone calls, customer service, sales, understand that the only way they're going to be motivated and inspired to do something is if they get a jump start. From personal experience, I've learned this. I remember when there was a time where my team didn't think we were going to ever hit sales goal. But with my optimism and the positive mindset I kind of exhibited in front of them, they were forced to face the facts and kind of realize, you know what, maybe we do have a chance. Tip number 2 is to be creative. What do I mean about being creative? What I mean by being creative is that you are thinking outside the box. Let me tell you something, if you can learn to harness your creativity in the workplace, people are gonna see this. People are gonna ask you, how did you come up with the solution? People will admire that. Once people see that you're creative, they're gonna come to you when they have an issue because they know if anyone is gonna come up with a solution, it's gonna be you. Tip number 3 is give credit where it's due. So many times we can forget about giving credit to people that honestly work harder than you at the end of the day and get the results that one could only imagine to get, especially when you're the leader of the team. Make sure you appreciate the team members because you're nothing without them. Why do you think that when directors and actors receive their awards, they're thanking the people that supported them? Because they know they couldn't have done it without the support. Giving credit where it's due can be done over a text, through phone, maybe during a meeting, or an email. Simple as that. People love to be appreciated. Tip number 4 is to learn that you never know when you're making the right call. Sometimes when we're working and we have to make a decision, we let it paralyze us because we're in fear that if we make the wrong call, it's gonna affect us in a negative way. This is a fair thing to be scared of, but you can't let it paralyze you. You have to make your decision the best way you can with the things that you have in front of you. It's better than making no call at all, and I'll tell you why. Because no one wants, especially your executives or anyone above you of your leader role, wants you in that position if you can't make a call. Number 1 thing that your bosses look for when they're picking a manager is that they can make a decision, whether it's a good or a bad one. But what supports their decision behind it invokes them to make an action. And to be honest, it's gonna be hard sometimes. Sometimes you're gonna have to face the music and suffer the consequences of your decision. But sometimes you get lucky, you make a decision based off some good info. Tons of historical figures have made decisions in the past that have affected us in positive ways based off of their research or their gut feeling. Or number 3, which I think is super important, is their advice that they've been given. And that's gonna be tip number 5, is that don't be afraid to ask for advice. Asking for advice does not make you seem weak. If anything, this makes you a better leader because you are proactively looking for an effective and efficient solution to your issue to support your team. Pride can get in the way of you becoming a great leader. Don't let it stop you. Go ahead and stop and ask some questions to other people that you admire in your workforce. If it's maybe a manager with a couple more years of experience than you, go ahead and ask them a question. Or maybe you ask someone that's only been with the company for 3 months for an opinion. An opinion is going to add some perspective to what you're going to end up deciding on, which is great. This connects back to the whole thing we were talking about before, being creative. And the only way we can be creative is if we think outside the box and we start drawing from different perspectives. The only way you can do that is by asking people about their opinions. And I'm definitely one of those people that ask for advice. Bonus tip for anyone that really cares about being a good leader is that you learn to listen a lot. And being a leader isn't about being able to tell people what to do. Because being a leader means being able to take your team to the end goal that they want to accomplish. Don't get it twisted. Being a leader means you are the one helping your team, not the other way around. So guys, that was my 5 tips, personal experience that I've gone through that I just value a whole lot. If you guys have any other leadership tips that you think I missed, or maybe something that you see value in, leave it in the comments below. I will definitely love to start a conversation with you guys about it. And if you like this video, go ahead and throw me a like, please. And while you're there, throw another click towards the subscription. If you subscribe to my channel, that's gonna be my positive for the day, honestly. Thank you for those of you that watched to the end of the video. It blows my mind I could keep your attention for this long. That's gonna wrap up the video. Thank you so much for watching. Please take care, you guys. I'll see you next time.